Now.
All right, time for Sports in the Lawn. Could sports betting be coming to a league near you? Former NBA Commissioner David Stern is a proponent of this after years of saying no to such a plan. Gambling on events legally is done in other countries around the world, the UK, Australia. Why not in the US of A? How about Steve Moskowitz, our Sports in the Law expert, who is ready for Giants-Cubs? What do you got? You're geared up.
Tie and orange and black. I'm all set.
Squares. He's got it all going.
That's the good luck tie for the team.
All right.
And the double pocket square.
That's what I like to hear. All right, about sports gambling, what are some of the hurdles legally to trying to make sports betting happen in the U.S.?
You want to change the federal law and have the states come in and put their 2 cents in and improve it. And I think it's a real good idea. Gambling is going to happen. So the real question is, do you want it legal and regulated and taxed and safer, or do you want it illegal with some bad types doing it? It's a good idea. The former commissioner has gotten practical, and he said, look, when you see a guy who believed in something and he changed, I believe because he saw the merits of it and he changed. Change is good, and sometimes people do change.
All right, so let's say they do change the rules, and now leagues are behind this. And then a player ends up taking some money from some gamblers and throws a game.
Well, that's never happened before.
I know, but now if the league is behind it, if I'm a member of the audience and I'm buying tickets who thinks that the game is going to be played on the up and up, how strong is my case to go after the league or the team and say, you're selling me a fraudulent product?
I think that's way beyond the pale, because there's something that you learn in law school that says at some point the responsibility is cut off. And here, again, look, recently there's a basketball official that was accused of that. It happened back in 1918. It's happened plenty of other times. But again, I think it could be minimized if it's looked at like this. It'll never be eliminated, but you have to watch for the bad guys and eliminate them.
Well, you're certainly going to have some rules in conjunction with this.
Oh, there's always rules.
Right. There are always rules, right?
Lawyers, there's all kinds of rules.
Would you be able to, do you foresee a scenario legally where you and I could go to a game and we'll be able to place a bet inside the arena, or will these bets have to come outside?
It'll be just like getting a snack.
What?
It'll be just like getting a snack. It's going to be legal, and it's very profitable. And let's face it, what is this all about? It's about making money.
All right, fair enough. That's story number one. Number two, the Supreme Court says that it will not consider the Ed O'Bannon antitrust case against the NCAA. The case deals with what athletes can earn while at school and how colleges can use their likenesses in television and in some video games. So first of all, why not? Why isn't the Supreme Court hearing this case?
Because they hear very few cases, and usually they hear a case where they think, oh, there's a reason for changing the law. They like this one. And here we have a good settlement because both sides are unhappy. This is one of the rare cases where both sides are appealing, and what's happened is the court split the baby and gave some of each. On the one hand, yes, it's okay now to get paid, not for your being an athlete, but to cover your expenses. That leaves a lot of room. Well, wait a minute. Does that mean the star quarterback gets a Lamborghini and the bench warmer gets a bus pass? So there's still a lot of room to work here.
All right, so if I'm a college athlete, will I be able to be paid if they use my likeness in a video game for another company that's paying college a lot of money to use these colleges in the likeness of the athletes?
The answer is yes, you will. And that's the whole idea, that you're not going to have slavery. You're not going to have people benefiting from somebody else's labor or likeness.
Now, one side was saying that the limit on earnings while at school violated the antitrust rules. How does that violate the antitrust rules? They're getting a free ride. They're getting an education, Steve. They're getting room and board. They're getting books. They're getting all that stuff.
They're getting a raw deal. You know, prisoners got a place to sleep. They have something to eat.
They committed a crime.
They didn't like it. Or how about slaves that were captured? The bottom line is they got something too, but you didn't like it. These kids are making a tremendous amount of money for the schools, and I personally felt it should have gone further. They should have been paid, and there should have been open market competition for them.
I have less than a minute. Can I do this one real quick? I got to do it real quick. Third story, it's a sad one. Former Raider quarterback Todd Marinovich facing new drug charges after he was allegedly trying to enter a stranger's home while he was naked. He allegedly left a bag of methamphetamine, marijuana, drug paraphernalia around. How bad does this case look?
Good lawyer can help him out. The first thing I would do, I get those drug charges knocked right out.
Really?
The fact that his wallet happened to be next to some drugs doesn't mean that he put it there. For all we know, he could have been robbed, and the bad guy dropped the wallet and the drugs. You got to prove it. The cop has to see, I saw him place it there. The drugs, he's going to walk away from that. Now,
what if he had it in the system? What if they found that they did?
Once again, that's not the evidence here. Okay. And next thing is, yeah, he was trying to get in. He was naked. I see a sick man. I'd like to see some medical treatment. But if there's going to be anything legal, I think it's going to be something really minor.
All right, there you have it. Steve Moskowitz has his Giants paraphernalia on. He's got his stuff, his Giants tie and the double thing here. Thank you for the insights.
Orange and black. I'm supporting the team.
Exactly. Always a pleasure. We'll do it next week.
Always a pleasure. Thanks, Jim.
And the 49ers continue to take their lumps at Levi's. So what the heck is going on in Santa Clara, and when can the faithful expect changes to be made? That is next.
It used to be you could keep a foreign financial account secret from the IRS. No more. The IRS found a way to force these institutions to report you. Avoid long-term imprisonment and loss of more than everything you'll ever have by qualifying for the IRS amnesty. I'm tax attorney Steve Moskowitz. We've successfully represented many people involved with international tax laws. Call Moskowitz LLP, a tax law firm, at 888-TAX-STEAL.